Hi, this is David Rosenberg, and welcome to the inaugural episode of Navigating the Noise. In this new series, I will be providing a quick synopsis on what I'm seeing that most market participants might not be seeing. So make sure to stay tuned and subscribe for future episodes. I've always found that the Chinese zodiac paints a very accurate picture of what we tend to see in the markets in any given year. 2021 was the year of the ox, and the stock market certainly was an ox. And 2022 is the Chinese year of the tiger, the animal of all 12 within the zodiac with the most unpredictable characteristics. And that's exactly how I would describe the financial market backdrop and outlook for the coming year, which promises to be one of heightened volatility, which is an entire investment theme right there, because at root is an environment of expanded risk premia across the various asset classes. From my lens, if 2020 was the year of the pandemic-induced recession and the policy-led V-shaped recovery, and 2021 was the year of inflation, courtesy of relentless fiscal and monetary steroids, as well as unprecedented supply bottlenecks, then I posit that 2022 will be labeled the year of the Great Transition. Call it the Tiger Transition. As in, we will transition from pandemic to endemic, we will transition from policy tailwinds to policy headwinds, and we will transition away from this current burst of inflation to renewed disinflation. That last point, I understand, is contentious, but the inflation everyone continues to be consumed with is overplayed, hardly likely to be long-lasting, even if transitory is no longer applicable. The primary risk is that all of the central bank barking is going to turn to biting, and that the Fed in particular over-tightens and tips the economy back into recession, as if we haven't seen that before. What we don't know just yet is how the economy and the markets are going to fare with the massive withdrawal of government policy support, and not just monetary, but also fiscal policy. Because going back to 1980, we have never seen a year in which the cyclically adjusted fiscal deficit to GDP ratio contracted as much as 4 percentage points as the Congressional Budget Office claims we're slated for in 2022. Tack on the market's thinking of 6 rate hikes right now, and we're talking about the equivalent of well over 500 points or more of combined drag from the policy stimulus withdrawal, which is a major macro and market theme for this year. This is unprecedented. It's likely to create a bigger hole in the economic outlook than is generally appreciated by the consensus forecast. So let's just say that if inflation dominated everyone's attention in 2021, it's going to be recessionary pressures that will be the focal point for the balance of 2022. In fact, I just published a report that analyzed the collective performance of 13 different market and macro variables and their pattern of behavior through all the cycles of the past 6 decades. And what are they telling us? They're telling us that we are now 80% of the way through this current 22-month-long expansion, a near record short expansion that followed a record short recession in March and April of 2020. And if you're now remembering the double dip in 1980 and then 1981-82, when the Fed reacted in a major way to the inflation of that era, then that indeed is the correct comparison. And if our model is accurate, the next recession starts in June or July. So I would say now is a good time to start preparing for it. I obviously believe that taking chips off the table and raising cash and generating defensive hedges in your equity portfolio is the most prudent strategy for 2022, a year where the preservation of capital is going to emerge as a dominant investment theme. Thank you for listening to this short video clip. If you found this useful, we publish written research on the economy and the financial markets daily, as well as frequent hour-long webcasts featuring a variety of industry thought leaders. To sign up for a free 30-day trial of everything it is that we're doing here at Rosenberg Research, click the link in the description of this video. Good luck and many happy returns.